With the increase in global temperatures, there has also been an increase in extreme weather events. One of the most deadly worldwide are extreme heat events. In this paper, we would like to use coupled model intercomparison project phase 6 data to see if it's possible to project the frequency of extreme heat events as well as drought to the end of the century in the North Texas region. In order to do this, surface air temperature, sensible and latent heat fluxes, total soil moisture, and precipitation data were extracted, gridded to a 1:1 resolution, and then Bowen ratio, standard precipitation index were calculated. These were compared with total soil moisture, and in the future, extreme heat days will also be added into the comparison. The objective of the study was to do a study to determine the probable frequency of drought and heat waves in the north central Texas region through the end of this century. So in order to do this, first of all, I have extracted the monthly data sets for temperature, precipitation, total soil moisture, latent and sensible heat fluxes from the CMIP6 repository at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. Those data sets have been regridded to a 1:1 grid system, so they're all on a common grid system, and that allowed me to then calculate any kind of model ensemble averages if there was more than one realization, and then to calculate total ensemble average. Then I calculated a Bowen ratio and the standard precipitation index. And in future, I will be extracting daily data sets for temperature to look at extreme periods of heat. Here on the left, you can see total soil moisture. These graphs show a decadal average for soil moisture, and as you can see, it doesn't consistently become wetter or drier. 2060, 2080 showed higher moisture levels than in other decades. On the right is the standard precipitation index. The last panel shows a definite increase in precipitation toward the end of the century. Here are the Bowen ratios calculated, and Bowen ratio is just the ratio of sensible heat to latent heat, and in the decade of 2030 and then 2100, it does definitely show a drying trend there. But again, there's no consistent trend toward a drying environment or a wetter environment. And in conclusion, I would just like to say that the data that I've gathered so far does not show a definite trend toward a wetter, drier environment. And I would like to thank the National Science Foundation and NCAR for their support.